Hi everyone, it is time for the second video from this lovely set of gardening pictures from Inklings by Johanna Basford. We are doing the trowel and fork. Let's come in a tad closer. And we're using Black Widow's pencils today, again. So using the same ones for the whole page. Oops, sorry, let's focus it. There we go. Right. Oh, clonk. Not sure what that was. So we have ivy as well. What I think we'll do is we'll do the trowel and fork first. Now, I will usually do these in a sort of silvery colour to represent the stainless steel. So that's what we're going to do. I'm just going to have a look at my colours. Start with the greythorn, which is my lightest grey colour. Okay, and I'm just going to go over the whole thing really lightly with this. All the bits that I want to be a sort of silvery stainless steely colour, like that. And the same with our fork. It must be hard to draw. Well, I don't know which is harder, the fork or the trowel, to be honest. And you could do these coloured because sometimes they are, but I decided not to. I'm going to, nope, that's not what I want. Oh, grabbing the wrong colour. Cobblestone next. This is my sort of next darkest grey. Here it is, cobblestone, very hard to read. Yeah, I used to have a set of these as a child and they were red and the paint eventually wore off, I remember. So here I'm going to gently fade my silvery grey towards the centre. Now quite often when I do this sort of thing I'd start with the darker colour, but today I started with the lightest. I've got into the habit of sort of starting with lighter colours. It doesn't necessarily make a difference as long as you don't press too hard with your initial colour. So if you press really hard with your initial colour, then you don't have any tooth left in the paper to build up the rest of your colours, and then it will just end up looking very light. But I was quite careful to do it quite gently. There we go. Oops. We don't want too much of the light colour there. I've gone out of the lines. What a surprise. Now I'm going to use the medium grey. I need to sharpen this one because we don't want too much. So we're going to try... oh, sorry, couldn't find my sharpener then. Try and go right to the sort of edges. And maybe not too much further. Now we've got this drawn here and I don't understand quite what that is. I'm sort of assuming we're looking at the back of the trowel, and for me it would just be like a cup, so I don't know what these little bits are here. I'm afraid I'm going to sort of ignore them. I'm sure someone will figure it out and do the perfect one, but I haven't seen, I've seen a few completed pictures from this book, but not many because I got mine early because I know where to buy them from. So I get them early. It meant that I get to colour quite a few pages before I see any. And sometimes that's really good because I don't feel intimidated by other people's pictures because I haven't seen them. Now, I was quite tempted to do a sort of turquoisey type colour like this for the handles, but I think I'm going to do a different colour because we've already used that there. So let's do something different. Can be any colour. We could do a wood. Should we do a wood? I think we will. It'll just show you how to do a wood. You might prefer to do a really bright painted type colour rather than a varnished wood, but I think we'll just do a wood. Just sharpening up my brown fog. Now the brown fog is like a fawn, beige, that sort of colour. It is in the greys. I usually put it in the greys, but it's got this slight beige look to it, which I'm going to use as my base for my wood. Yeah, my trying to think, my dad's trowel has got a green painted handle, which all the paint's coming off. And my trowel, now what colour do we want? I think I want some stink bug. Just going to give it a sharpen. And my trowel's got a blue, I think. No, mine's wooden. It's just got a wood handle, that's right. When you can't visualise, it's hard to remember these things. Stink bug. Right. So we've got the top part of the handle here, and it will be darker on the edges than the middle just because of the shape. So we're going to put that in first, and then here we're going to go right down the edge and then gently bring in the colour less and less the further we go towards the centre. And it's looking quite yellowy at the minute, but we can see to that in a bit. Yeah, yesterday's video I was saying, oh, my son's coming back, I heard his train, etc. Yeah, about 2-3 minutes after I finished just noting down which pencils I'd used and tidying up the desk, he came in. We had a drink and a chat. I asked him how he thought his test might go, and he said, I'm afraid I don't think I'm going to know until the day, which is a bit of a shame. I'm looking for the castle colour called Castle, but there it is. I was looking in the wrong section of my pencil case. Castle. It's a bit of a darker brown. So again, for these edges. And this time I'm going to put in some shadow under the handle here. Johanna's drawn it in for us, which is good. But I also want some along those edges. Bit here, look where she's drawn it in as well. And then I just need to blend it a bit. I think I'm going to grab that previous colour that I used to help me with that. Oh, my stomach's rumbling. I just had a little bit of chocolate. I bought a new bar of chocolate today. Nice orangey. Yeah, I'm going to grab the stink bug and just try and blend those edges in because they're a bit too harsh. We don't necessarily want the centre to be that pale anyway, because it's not, I mean, it might be a little bit shiny because it's varnish, but not massively so. There we go. Now, we're going to go darker. I'm going to use the tarantula. Here it is. I think people who dislike spiders are really not going to want this set of pencils. Just really sort of trying to exaggerate those shadowy areas. We'll put a bit under that vine as well. And the edges a bit. Yeah, I think if I had arachnophobia I would not be buying these. Although I've got the Cobra set and that's quite scary for me, being not liking snakes. Okay, I'm going to go even darker. What should we use? Dark chocolate. Now we're going to put in all the shadows. Really dark. Redo those edges. Like that. And then I'm going to think about wood grain. Now if this is wood, it would have lines, little lines. You want a sharp pencil to put these in. And I'm just going to put in a few. It just puts them that way on that bit. It just gives it that little bit of texture, just a tad. Don't need too much, I don't think. Right, we have this ivy in the background. Normally I would just go really dark green, but I think we'll use a few different colours just because that'll be more interesting for us. So I might start with the opal green or the fang green. Trying to find them. That's the sabre. Oh, there's the opal green. My opal green's really short, so I'm going to use the fang green, but they're quite similar. I'm sharpening this because I'm going to use it for the stem. Ooh. Yeah, so the fang green is what I've chosen. So I'm going to use, as I say, use it for the stem. Like that. I'm going to do all the stem first, all the viney bits. Hopefully I can cover over that brown. Where I went over the top of it, I think that just about worked. Like that. Now I'm going to do the bottom of each little leaf with a bit of this and sort of fade it off like that. Just checking the time. Got to go and cook tea soon, but we're all right for a minute. I can't decide about these, and well, these are joined to the same vine, so they're going to be the same colour, aren't they? I'm not sure. I think I just do them all the same. Just thinking it makes sense, even though it would be nice to do a few different colours. But we'll put a few different colours in each leaf, and that will make it a little bit more interesting. So that was the forest green. No, it wasn't. It was the fang green. Get it right. Now, do I go charcoal, green grass? I think I'm going to go green grass. I have to find it. The problem with this is there are so many pencil. Here it is, green grass. There are so many, it's really hard to find them all. Yeah, I've got my green grass. I'm just going to sharpen it. Okay. You guys know good me showing you mine. It's got hardly any writing on it. It's sharpened off. I'm going to take it nearly to the end, or maybe all the way to the end, but we're going to pop another colour on there before we finish. On this one I want to leave more white, just so it looks a bit of a different colour to the little ones. You can go over everything you've done, just smush it up to the end like that. It's almost like I'm thinking, why would these have this? It's like we've left our fork and trowel in the shed or garage shed over the winter, and the ivy grew through the hole in the side of the shed or through the door frame, the gap between the door and the frame, and wrapped itself around the fork and the spade. What do you reckon? Ivy does have a habit of being quite, what should we say, fast growing. So that was the green grass. Now where am I going to go? Am I going to go grass blade? I think I am. I don't know if it's quite going to work. Because it's ivy, but I think I'm just going to do it anyway because I think it's going to look pretty. So grass blade. I can do these tips. They're a little bit pale for an ivy, but so what? Yeah, I've got ivy growing all over my fence, and it likes to spread its way into the garden. Some people really like it. I like it a little bit, but not everywhere, you know. I could actually do with some growing on the other side of my garden, where I've got some tiles that need hiding. But there isn't any coming in from that side. But never mind. This is what it is. I saw this gorgeous little garden in a video the other day. It was they painted all the fences pink and all the planters as well. It just looked adorable. I thought, I want that garden. I could paint all my fences pink, but husband wouldn't mind. But I don't know if it would really work in my garden. Anyway, there is that one done. It didn't really take very long, did it? I think it's because we didn't use a big range of different colours. What I am thinking though is that my trowel and fork aren't quite looking shiny enough, and I'm going to grab a darker colour. What have we got? What have we used? Yeah, I think I'm going to use a black. This is the Midnight. It doesn't matter which black you use. I'm going to put a few black, just a tad. I'm wondering if it might help it to look a bit more shiny. The bigger the contrast between your colours, the better. Sorry, silent concentration. Not very exciting, is it? I'm thinking that's looking better. But just taking concentration and effort. There we go. Yeah, I mean, whether it's significant or not, I couldn't tell you. But I'm happier with it, so that's good. Okay. I am going to leave it there though, because I don't think I need to fiddle with it anymore. I think it's fine. Fine. Well, more than fine. I'm very happy with it. So, and cute as well. So tomorrow we've got a bird box. That'll be interesting. We can do whatever colour we like. But that's me for today. So thank you so much for watching. Hope that you have a really super rest of your day, and happy colouring.